Yo, what is up, YouTube? And today we are back with a brand new video. And today we're going to actually be discussing something a lot different than what I normally discuss, iPhones and iPod Touches. I've discussed that a few times. But I just wanted to make a video on this and talk about if the Apple Watch Series 1 is worth it in 2019. So, Apple just actually recently stopped selling these back in 2018 when the Series 4s released. And the Series 1, when I got mine, the Series 4 was not out yet, it wasn't even announced. It was still Series 3 and Series 1 were available. And the watch has an S1P processor. So essentially, it's the S2 chip found in the Apple Watch Series 2, but renamed and thrown into the Apple Watch Series 1. They're the same exact chip, just named differently. So the first Apple Watch, so there's a difference between the first generation Apple Watch and the Series 1, and I need to say this because a lot of people get confused. You'd be surprised. But right here is an Apple Watch Series 1 because you can see on the back there's a Series 1, 42 millimeter, but Series 1 right there. So, if you guys don't know what Apple Watch has, all you have to do is look on the bottom there. You see that I have a Series 1. So, I'm not lying to you guys, it's a Series 1, or I'm not wrong, at least. So, if it doesn't say Series 1 or any series anything there, then you have first generation, it just says Apple Watch. But if it says Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, or Series 4, you know that you have one of those. So, the Apple Watch Series 1, it's way faster than the first generation. Like I said, the first generation had the single-core S1 chip, and it was released in 2015. And then in 2016, when we had the refresh, the Apple Watch Series 2 was announced with the brand new dual-core S2 processor, along with the Series 1, which was, again, the same thing as the first generation with the S1P processor. Same thing as the S2, again, renamed, different name. Other than that, same thing. So this year during WWDC 19 on June 3rd, when WatchOS 6 gets announced, it's either the Series 1 and Series 2 are going to be dropped, or the Series 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all going to be still supported. We'll have to wait and see. I have no idea what's going to happen. Now, when it comes to performance, the watch is not bad, at all. The only lag that I experience is when going into the main watch, to switch your watch face, and if you scroll the digital crown very fast, it does lag. That is the only time I've ever experienced lag. Opening apps is fairly fast, takes, a few seconds, but other than that, and then that's if it has to reload. If it's just an app that I've used frequently or even just recently, it opens pretty much instant. I can start using it. So the watch is fine, and of course all Series 4 bands, depending on what size Series 1, 2, or 3 you have, will work with the Series 1, 2, and 3. So if you have an Apple Watch Series 4 band that you bought from Apple, because it would only be for Series 4, if you have a 42mm Apple Watch Series 1, 2, or 3, that Series 4 band, if it's a 44mm, will work with the Apple Watch 42mm. And if you go ahead and bought a 40mm watch band, that's Series 4, that will work with your 38mm Apple Watch Series 1, 2, or 3. So that's really cool that they did that. So all bands work. Band compatibility is, there's no downside to it. It's still the same. The one thing I do want to say though, that on the Series 1, it's the display, you can it kind of curves back. It's not that it's not laminated display, but it does have that type of effect. So the Series 2 doesn't have that. It's actually completely laminated display. And there's no that, none of that effect is there, and it doesn't get in my way. I never acknowledge that unless I'm trying to look at it, look at the gap. But other than that, it's fine. And like I said, performance is good. So yeah, the performance, it is good. Like I said, the only time that there's lag is when you're switching in between watch faces, and it seems like the more watch faces you have, the more laggy it is. So when you quickly switch, like, use the digital crown to go through them really quickly. But other than that, I don't notice much lag. Now, so I use an iPad Pro 10.5 inch, and the 120 hertz refresh rate has messed with my eyes. So if I look at certain movements on throughout Apple devices or any device in general, so on my phone, I'm going into Control Center and tap and hold the icon and to pop it up, and it has kind of like this laggy looking effect. But before I had this iPad, it never looked like that. It actually looked smooth. But ever since I've gotten used to 120 hertz refresh rate, I've noticed that it just has this stuttery look. And the same thing happened to my Apple Watch when I am going to the home screen. When it zooms out, it has this sometimes, it's not even all the time, sometimes it looks perfectly smooth. Other times it looks like it's stuttering a little bit. Now, I had this iPad before I had an Apple Watch, but I've seen Apple Watches before I had this iPad, of course, and before it looked, all of them looked smooth, and we're talking about like the first gens as well. So that's just my eyes, so I can't say, unless those of you that have the Series 1 notice that same thing, then okay, maybe it is just, slight lag here and there. But, other than that, it's nothing that would really get in my way or your way. So if you want to get an Apple Watch, I'd of course recommend one of two things. Either just getting the Series 3 now from Apple, brand new, or wait until the Series 5s are announced or actually released. Then you can just go ahead and buy Series 4, because they'll be cheaper and still brand new from Apple. So one of those two I'd recommend. Now, if you really just want an Apple Watch and you don't really necessarily need the Series 3 or Series 4, but you don't want the first gen, because I would hope you wouldn't want the first gen. Like, please, if you're going to get an Apple Watch, just don't get the first gen. You can find good deals on Apple Watch Series 1 throughout eBay and Amazon. And if you can find a really good deal on a near perfect condition one, or even if you can find a brand new one, which, it's definitely possible, for a good deal, then absolutely go ahead. There's nothing wrong with Series 1 in 2019. So, yeah, overall, it's good. It's really good, and I'm not going to find myself saying anything too bad about this other than the lag here and there. And it's not even that bad. It's not major. So, yeah, so overall, the watch, I would give it probably a 4 out of 5 star review of 2019. Now, the battery life, I do want to cover that really quick. I've heard a lot of people say it's bad, but you never know if they're getting mixed up with the first gen, because the first gen has an absolutely horrific battery life. The Series 1, for me at least, it gets me through the day, and by the end of the day, I have like 80%, around 80% left. So, yeah, battery life for me at least is great, and, the more you use your watch and charge it, it's going to degrade the, max capacity, and since it's a watch, it's even a smaller battery. But so overall, again, 4 out of 5. And yeah, so I just wanted to make this video. I felt it was necessary. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe, because it means a lot to me and it would be really helpful. And you guys will get the latest Apple coverage. I do try and upload right when I hear news. So, stay tuned for my next video, because, we don't know what's going to be happening in the next few days or even weeks, because June 3rd is right around the corner. I mean, it's already, tomorrow's Thursday, and it's going to be the end of the week. So, and then, one more week left. So, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, just stay tuned for the next video, because this could be pretty interesting. See you guys.